There we go. Hello and welcome to PAXTON ROAD TV. I am Sam Spurs for Life, and this is your PAXTON ROAD TV preview show for the game. Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. Premier League kicks off Saturday, 5:30 at the Etihad, and we'll be previewing this game. Yes, we know what we have to do. In the house, joining me, we have Sid Spurs. Darius 3K is just giving me a call. 1 second, Sid, let me just have a quick talk. Just talk to the viewers about your thoughts, and I'm just going to quickly come back to you.
Thoughts? Yeah, well, massive game, isn't it? But in this current situation with what's breaking all over the news outlets on our TVs, the question is the game going to go ahead this weekend? Very good question. I'm not too sure. Let's see what happens in the process. But massive game. Two teams unbeaten in the Premiership come head-to-head. Mr. Haaland versus Mr. Kane. And it's going to be a very interesting game. And I tell you what, there's a lot of fans out there, including Mr. 3K, who are scared of Haaland. I'm not scared at all,
I'm not
mate.
scared of
He's just
Haaland.
another striker. He's just another striker. It doesn't bother me at all. All right, he's been scoring. It doesn't bother me.
The guy's got a lot of goals. The guy's a goal scorer. But yeah. I've watched him. He operates in a certain way. He's class. Let's not get to it. He's 6'3", 6'4". He's built, as I said, he's the Ivan Drago of football for me. He just looks like he'll kill people, metaphorically speaking, in a football term. But yeah, he really does scare certain defenders. But I think our defenders can actually welcome 3K. I think our defenders can cope with that. But as I said, we've got City's number, and we'll see in the preview show as we go through it just how much we may be able to be a bit confident going into this game. No sounds?
No sound. And
no sounds.
You know what? All I'm going to say is we've got Christian Romero at the back.
Thanks.
Yeah. And
definitely.
All he's going to say, and I keep saying this, my favorite pop group, but the song from Spice Girls and Christian Romero, all he's going to say is, I say the who do you think you are? That's what he's going to say to you.
What's going on? No sound.
Okay.
You need to change your settings on your computer so you can have the microphone. Pull the microphone down. You got a microphone at the top. You got the mic down. Can you not hear? Hold on 1 second, Sid.
I'm all right.
Take over again.
I'll take over.
One second again.
Yeah. So big game this weekend. Manchester City at the Etihad against Tottenham Hotspur Football Club at 5:30 p.m. kickoff.
I'm good. I can hear you.
Good. He's good.
Good.
Back in the room. He's back in the room, ladies and gentlemen. This weekend, he's
back. You know what? The worst you can see, by the way, that's a bit of fourth wall breaking there. Sam Spurs for Life in the background. I'm sorry, I literally had the settings on. Mic was for my, these, and my speaker was for my speaker. So I had to swap them around. So now my mic is my mic and my speaker is my headphones. We're all good. I'm sorry for being a bit late.
Listen.
But Sam will be back in a second. We're not actually, Sam, I just said they broke the fourth wall. You broke the fourth wall there by popping through there. I'm sorry about that. Hello, guys. Let's pretend like nothing even happened.
Darius, did you see the way the WWE wrestler walked into your room?
Oh, mate, I didn't even see it. I was about to tell him I'm good because I realized my mistake as I saw him go. I was like, no, I feel bad. Sam, I'm sorry. Please
so we start the show again. Welcome to the PAXTON ROAD TV, ladies and gentlemen. With a little delay that we have. Right, we're going to get into this now. We really are going to get into this show. Okay, so Tottenham Hotspur versus Manchester City versus Tottenham Hotspur. So let's look at the league so far. We have at the top them lot, but they are now saying, what was they saying before?
They're saying we're unbeaten, and now they're saying, well, who's at the top of the table? That's what they're saying. And
when we were top at Christmas, they were like, it's only 10 games gone or whatever it was. It's just fickle. Anyway, they're still top. 15 points. Manchester City in second, 14 points with a goal difference of plus 14. Tottenham Hotspur plus 7, points 14. Brighton and Hove Albion, who may be losing their manager.
Lost. Not me. You have.
Lost.
Oh, it's done. Oh, it's done. I went to the gym earlier and I didn't even know. That's how much football is quick and it just changed. I thought he'd have to take that job. Anyway, so Chelsea have got a new manager. Looks like Graham Potter is in the house at Stamford Bridge. Games fixtures for the weekend: Fulham, Chelsea, Bournemouth, Brighton, Leicester versus Aston Villa, Liverpool, Wolves, all kick off on Saturday, Southampton, Brentford, and a late kick off Manchester City versus Spurs. Into Sunday, Arsenal versus Everton, West Ham, Newcastle, Crystal Palace versus Manchester United, and the Monday night game, Leeds versus Nottingham Forest. Sid, what takes your fancy there, apart from the obvious highlighted in that purple colour there?
I think Fulham battering Chelsea at Craven Cottage. I think Mitrovic is going to cause some havoc, man. He's going to cause havoc. So I think for me, that game is an interesting one. The Midlands relegation battle could be an interesting one as well. Leicester and Aston Villa.
Yeah.
That's a massive game.
Yeah. You know,
I'm looking at that Leeds Nottingham Forest one. Forest need to pick up some points. They've got a lot of players in that squad that they've got to integrate. They second from bottom.
What? That's so funny, Sam, because I'm looking at West Ham Newcastle at being a good game, and I'm also looking at Liverpool Wolves because Liverpool need to bounce back.
Liverpool Wolves is going to be a good game. 100%. You're right in that one. Let's have a look at the next slide. Form guide for the last 5 matches. Manchester City with 3 wins, 2 draws. The last game was a draw against Aston Villa. Ours similar record, 3 wins, 2 draws, but the last game we played was against Fulham with a 2-1 win. Gentlemen, going into the weekend, are you confident? Sid, are you confident?
I'm confident as can be. Yeah. Why
can be.
Why don't we be confident? We're unbeaten alongside Manchester City. No one's beaten us yet, and we've got a great away record as well, as Darius previously said in the Champions League review show. So why shouldn't we go into this game confident? Don't forget we're their bogey team as well. So it's going to be interesting, and our fans are going to be there shouting and singing as they always do. So I'm confident. You know, I'm confident because, like you said, the worst case scenario is we lose and we break our unbeaten record, win and we continue our record, or we get a draw. So, I'm confident.
That's what I like to hear. Darius, I know I'm just going to repeat some of the games. Obviously, the score lines suggest that City are obviously free scoring. They've scored 20 goals this season already. Haaland scored 10 of them, I believe. Or is it 9 in the league or 10 in the league? But 10, he's got a lot. Yeah, 10. And I think they've scored 20. They are free scoring with him in there, whereas before they might not have put crosses into the box. They're now able to do that at will, and he'll probably get onto the end. So it's going to need to be a very good defensive performance. But if you look at the 2 games which they've drawn, the 3-3 against Newcastle, the 1-1 against Aston Villa, 2 different games. Newcastle, they were 3-1 up. They came back again with the Villa one. I thought Villa should have nicked it. Villa could have definitely nicked it. What's your thoughts going into this about the free scoringness of Manchester City?
I'm kind of like 2 reasons why I'm confident and 2 reasons why not. You already mentioned one of the reasons and sort of that free scoring ability with the best striker in the world, Erling Haaland. Don't care what anybody says. Best striker in the world. Maybe Kane, maybe Lewandowski, maybe Benzema. But if you're talking about what a striker needs to do, best striker in the world. So that's one reason why, you know, I'm very afraid, because I feel like you'd have to play a perfect game against Manchester City to beat them this season. If you don't defend perfectly and score your goals, and I know that's kind of cliche to say, but it goes in hand with Man City. They will get 1 chance of Haaland and he will score it. And they, you know, will get 2 chances and 3 chances, or maybe let's say 10 chances and score 3 goals. So the other reason I'm a bit worried about them is the fact that I actually do believe they have a better team now than they did last season as well. We haven't even seen Calvin Phillips really get into that team yet. Alvarez has been good when he's played. I mean, when you got the likes of Grealish and Mahrez doing bench work, it's crazy, isn't it? So they're my 2 reasons why I'm a bit nervous. They have a good team, a good scoring team, and the main man, Erling Haaland. But the 2 reasons why I'm confident is because, one, like Sid says, we have a good record against City, and the way they play, I think, will, you know, benefit us. No matter how they play, I think it will benefit us. So I do actually have confidence that we will, you know, perform against City and set up well against City. And the other reason I think we'll do well is because I think we will rattle them. And I think that's what's going to be the way to win, is by getting under their skin. And I think players like Richarlison and Højbjerg and, Bentancur, and even, as much as I don't want to admit it, Emerson is a little bit, he's good at the dark arts. Richarlison's been teaching him. I do think that they will be able to have a good, important impact into the team. So I think it's on a balance. I really do. I don't think home and away has anything to do with it, because of the way we play will be no different, home or away, and for City. So I just think if we have a great game, a perfect game, as we have been doing against City, I think we genuinely could get a result. But Haaland, that's all I'm going to say.
We'll come on to Haaland in a bit. But I like what you did there when you said, like Sid says. So I'm going to try a little bit of this. Now, Sid, I'm going to ask Sid, what do you think? You like that one as well?
Like that one.
Oh, this is good. This is good. Oh, we can do this all day. So, season comparison. City, second place. We're in third. We've both won 4 games, 2 draws, no losses. Average goals per match, 3.33 for them, 2 for us. Average goals conceded, 1 to them, 0.83 to us. 3 clean sheets, 2 clean sheets to us. Chances created per match. Now, this is the big difference in the stats, which I can see is nearly 4 chances created per match for them, just over, 1 1/3 for us. Their biggest win, 6-0. Our biggest win, 4-1. So I am going to ask Sid, again, where do you see us winning this game? Is it going to have to be a strong defensive performance, or can we just go out there and maybe, we've seen where we scored 3 goals against City a number of times. So I don't know. I'm not sure what to expect from this game at this moment.
Mm-hmm. In the dressing room, when the players walk in to the away dressing room, on the board there'll be 3 letters written by Antonio Conte: BAU, business as usual. And that is, every game is business as usual. We'll sit back, we'll let them come at us. Come at me. Our midfielders will do the business, and the 3 up top will do what they got to do, and we'll do them on the counter. Like Darius said, they'll allow us to play, and I think that's what we'll do. I think Conte's not going to worry about it. He knows he can trust his defense. He knows we can play out. Our wing backs can do, depending on what mood Emerson's in. Perisic sets. Kuti, Langley's looking good as well. Kuti will do what he's got to do. Midfielders, Bentancur and Højbjerg at the moment are running it. Madness.
Yeah, that midfield with Bentancur in there, certainly
undroppable.
Running. And Højbjerg as well. Højbjerg.
Saying, so they'll be doing what they do the best, running it. And then you got Cool. The biggest question for me for him is 2 questions. Is going to be Son's form. Do I drop him? Which is not gonna, because it's Man City and he always plays against them. And the biggest question for him, Kulu and Richarlison. Do I stick with Richarlison, a winning formation and a winning formula after he scored 2 goals? Because Richarlison at the moment will be, forget cloud 9. He'll be on whatever cloud he wants to be on. Yeah. So then do you leave him up there and let him perform against Man City, or do you just pop it and let him drop back down to earth and say back on the bench?
Who do you think will have more of an impact coming off the bench, do you think, against Man City? Because I feel like Richarlison might, but then how can you drop him?
Right, I'm going to agree with you. I don't think Son's going to get dropped. So the player that's likely to be in the firing line potentially is Kulusevski. It's either Kulusevski or Richarlison for me. I don't think Son's going to get dropped. I'll be very, very surprised. I don't think there's any real need for rotation at the moment, because it's still early in the season. Although it's 2 games a week, it's the games afterwards that are going to be the telling thing. So I expect probably pretty much the same team. And I expect our bench is strong, but is it strong in attack is what City's is. We're strong defensively, and I think we've got 2 very good midfielders that could come on in Skip and Basuma. That's great to be able to, if one of them gets injured or yellow card, you can bring one of them on. But up front, I don't even know if Lucas is back fit again.
No, I don't think he is.
So it's Richarlison. I said Spence for me should be playing up front. I don't know what your thoughts are, Darius, in terms of our front line, in terms of after Kulusevski or Richarlison or Son, whoever's on the bench. What next? What else do we have from an attacking perspective?
It's hard. It's not great, is it? I mean, it's going to be one of Richarlison or Kulusevski. Then what are you really looking at? Brian Hill, Lucas Moura. I guess you could class Spence as an attacking option. But yeah, it's not looking great. So for me, the better thing that we can do is probably change formation.
Something's just come to my mind. Right.
Go on.
So what we saw yesterday, and there's an obviously of possibilities with Perisic, he's got that ability to play in different positions. We also saw Kulusevski play right wing back, although very high.
I don't think that's gonna. I think Emerson 100% starts on the.
Oh yeah, I'm saying 100% start. But in terms of changing the dynamics of the game and changing the picture, we've got the ability to change shape, to change personnel without disrupting too much, but putting different people in those positions. I was surprised he put Kulusevski to wing back. What does it say about Doherty and Spence? I'm not so sure, but
I don't think you will see Kulusevski come on as a wing back unless it's a team that we're peppering and it's a team that's playing a really defensive system and isn't really trying to look to concede. I think then you can put on Kulusevski and he'll beat a man. And if he's rotating with Richarlison, that's quite good. However, with City, I would rather, prioritize defensive solidity against Manchester City when you have the likes of, Alvarez, Foden, Haaland, De Bruyne, Bernardo all running on. You need to make sure you've got that defensive shape, which is also why I think you're right in the sense of we won't do what we did against Chelsea and change formation. We'll stick with the three at the back regardless. And if we are going to change formation, we'll go to like a 3-5-2 to flood out that midfield a bit more because Conte is going to prioritize defensive shape. If he wins 1-0, gets a snatch and grab in the 80th minute, he's not going to care. And if we defend and keep a clean sheet against Man City, that will be even better in my opinion. So I don't think he wants it to be like a 3-2 or 4-3 sort of game. So I think he's going to just make it difficult for City to break us down, and he's going to make it so we are sharp on the counter. And I think City, as proven this season, as good as they are, they don't care about conceding almost. And I know they haven't conceded a lot. They've got 3 clean sheets, but the teams they've conceded against, Newcastle, Villa, they don't really care about conceding because they feel with Haaland they can score 4 goals in a game. So who cares if you concede 1 or 2 if you can score 5? So I think there's going to be a little bit of an opportunity to exploit a bit of an overconfident City, just because I think when you've got Haaland, you do think like that. Wouldn't you think like that if you were? And I mean, we've got Kane, so I guess we should be thinking like that. But when you've got someone like Haaland who is going to score all the time, if you can guarantee a hat-trick every game, you can leave your defense a little bit extra open. So I think that's what's going to happen this game.
Yeah, Haaland's got lots of different qualities. He reminds me in terms of his finishing. Van Nistelrooy springs to mind when Van Nistelrooy was at his height, but Haaland's got that physicality as well. But yeah, he's going to be a problem, no doubt. Sid, the recent meetings against Manchester City suggest that we are okay against them. So we'll just go through some of those results, and then again we can look at the head-to-head. So Man City, the last game we played, February 19th this year, 2-3. We won that game. Brilliant game. And then before that, we won that 1-0. That was the Nuno game.
First game of the season, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was. Going back then to ETIHAD last year, February, 3-0 to City, and then back to ours, 2-0 to us, and then again 2-0 to us. So in that sense, the last 5 games, 3 home games to us, we have won all 3. And we've also nicked an away win in the last 2 away games to Manchester City. Looking at the head-to-head, there you go. Look at that. I've not seen one of these big teams. You know what I mean? City with 27 wins to their 16, 16 home wins to their 10. We've won 11 times at the Etihad Stroke Main Road, whatever it was called back in.
That's like forcing us.
You know what I mean? Sid, are you still confident? I'm very confident going into the game that we all acquit ourselves. I don't think the mentality is an issue anymore. I just want to know how the team reacts to Erling Haaland. That's what I want to see.
I don't know. Everyone's worried about Haaland. You know what? Haaland is.
That's fateful words.
He's okay. He's not the end all be all, right? Yeah, and yes, he's scoring goals. But who wouldn't score goals when you got De Bruyne just putting them on a plate for you? His work rate's good. Everything else is good. Yeah, fair enough. But we've had other strikers before. We've played other teams before, and we've said strikers on fire, blah blah blah. And when we've played them, we've had them in the pockets. So he's gonna have a bad game at some point. He's, and it probably will start against us on Saturday.
It may well do.
So
It may well do.
you know what? It is what it is at the end of the day. If he scores 3, let him score 3. As long as we score 4, we win the game. I'm not. You know what? I'm not worried. Yes, we're playing City. I've been to their ground twice, and unfortunately, both times I was sat in the City end. Their fans, honestly, are the how do you call it? Ficklest fans I have ever met. The last time when they beat us, is it 3-0? Lamella played and Dyer, I think we lost 3 or 4-0 at their ground. I was right next to the dugout. And their fans, even at 3-0, weren't happy. And eventually they sussed me out that I was a Spurs fan, right? Yeah, they did, eventually.
It's horrible when they work it out, innit?
Yeah.
I've had that before.
You know what?
Before, my friend.
All respect to them, you know, we're having a nice conversation and that. And I said to the guy, I said, mate, chill out. You're 3-0 up. And you're almost going to win the league. He said, no, not until the referee blows his whistle, I'll be happy. And I'm like, wow, you know, and that's how they are. So if we go there and we stifle them, which I can believe we can and do it, then we get under their noses. I'm telling you now, we can do them.
I like some of this from David here. David, welcome, David, regular viewer here. Haaland is flesh and blood and no more. He's right. He's only a man. But he's Ivan Drago. Ivan Drago is only a man, but he was scary as hell.
What did Rocky do? Knock him down, did he not? There you go then.
It's very true. Big up everyone from Terry Wright. Haaland is no more mortal. He's no mere mortal. So he's saying he's no mere mortal. David's saying he's just a mere mortal. We've scored 12 league goals in total. Haaland has 10 on his own. We're bound to win. Laugh out loud. That's coming from Audio Artisan. I think so. You know what I mean? I think we're still going to win. Nah, I don't know. We'll see how confident I am when we come to the predictions bit. Oh, he's nicked off. Oh, he's gone. He'll be back again. This is the next bit anyway. Let's get on to this one. Here we go. So before we go into the ones to watch for myself, who are you looking to watch out for, young Sid?
Richarlison, definitely.
Mm-hmm.
And do you know what? I'm not going to say Haaland because everybody in the world say Haaland. Everyone's seen Haaland, yeah. And to be fair, there's not really anyone to watch for Man City because we've all been there, we've all seen them, and every one of their players on their day is a player that you watch, from the goalkeeper all the way to the striker. So I'm not going to say a player to watch because as a unit, City are a unit, so it's the whole team. I don't think they've got a weak link in that team.
Here we go. You know what's coming up, don't you? This is my ones. Here we go. Erling Haaland. I think he's got to be watched for. But you might be surprised by my Spurs one. I'm going Eric Dyer. And the reason why I'm going Eric Dyer is because I think he has to play well. If he plays well against this guy, all the back three have to play well, in my opinion. But if we get a good game out of Dyer defensively, we also get him positionally. His man, I say his man management skills. I say his leadership skills definitely. We ain't got anybody else at this moment in time. I don't think in that defensive side is going to be able to organise defence. So he's important. That's why I'm putting Eric Dyer as Sam's one to watch. Erling Haaland for Manchester City.
Interesting.
Is he not come back then? Oh, he's definitely gone off. Right. Here's another thing that you might like as well. This is a new. So after round 6, this is the score prediction table before we get into the next bit. We have Deji. Unfortunately, Deji not doing too well, but he's only played the game once, 1 point. Then we've got Darius. He played 6 times, 7 points. In third, it's Sam, 11 points. But 2 players who did good over the weekend because they got the bloody score right. And they also got Kane in there as a goal scorer. Yeah. That's why Sid's now gone above me. But knocking at the top is Sean. Damn, 14 points with that good score line. So yes, you can see I'm taking this seriously now. So this is what I'm saying. I've got to take this shit seriously. Let's do it then. We may as well. You know what it is? It's
the score predictions. Do you know what's interesting? The head-to-heads that you put up the last 5 games. It's wins. There's no draws in there, you know.
No.
There's no draws in there. Yeah. So there's no draws. So you know what I'm going to say, don't you?
It's gonna be a draw.
It's going to be a draw because we're due a draw.
That's what I personally, that's the scoreline I had in my head.
Yeah.
Although I'm being very confident. Yeah. Big up, lad. Jack. Welcome, Jack.
Welcome,
Thank you very much.
Yeah.
I'd say one to watch is KDB still the best way to stop Haaland is to stop or hurt his service. Very true. Stop the service to Haaland. He's not one of them guys who comes in and picks the ball up and does all that, but he's very, very clinical. So you're right. Stop the service to him, and we might be honoured to a good one.
Then
Gundogan, I think he's here.
The problem is you stop the service from De Bruyne, but then you got Silva, you got Mahrez, so you got Foden, you got Grealish. Well, Grealish, he's not been he's been injured, he's been on and off. So they've got enough players. That's why I said to you, there's so many players at Man City. It's not just one. So
it's David Clark. This is like me saying I played against Zidane's cousin. I played against Dion Dublin's brother, who was better than him, and we had him in our pocket. Come on, Dave. We can't use them ones to try and justify these. You know, I understand what you're saying. I like it. I do. Like it.
Yeah. So,
Kevin Murray, Dolph London from Rocky. Big up, lads. Big up, lads. Big up, lads. Big up, Terry, is everybody saying. Darius, this is the point we got to in the show anyway. And Sid hasn't gone first, but he's going to go first now. Here we doing it.
2-2.
3-2.
Oh, you didn't see the scores, did you?
Oh,
You was
2-2.
missing it.
I'm going to go for 2-2-2.
This is the score
2-2.
table, by the way.
Oh, yeah, let me see.
Let
Let me see where I am. Ooh.
Unfortunately, well, you have played 6 times now because you sent some scores in. Deji's on the bottom because he only played 1.
Am I doing that badly and I've done 6 rounds? Wow.
Unfortunately so. But Sean and Sid both got the correct scoreline this weekend, and they also got Kane in there as a goal scorer. Nobody got Haaland yet, obviously. I got the correct result. You got the correct result, but them two above. Bloody hell. I don't want Sid or Sean to win, if I'm honest with you. I can't have can't have that.
I'm in the mud, man. I'm in the mud.
So this is what I mean. You're gonna have to play some serious games now. You know, it's tactical. Right then, Sid, here we go. Champion elect Sid at the moment. Well, he's in second place.
I'm going for the 2-2.
2-2. Okay.
Yeah,
Goal scorers.
And I'm gonna say it. Because he's due, and there's no better game for him to do it against Man City, because he always plays against Man City. Father-in-law's not gonna drop him. Son and Harry Kane.
Oh yeah, tactical. I like it. You gotta put them scorers in there. Son and Kane, I like that. I see your game. I see you, Sid. I see you. I see you now. I see you, Darius. I think the 3K might be tactical as well now. It looks like we're gonna have to go with this. So Sid said,
Yeah, this
Son
is
and
a
Kane on the
problem.
score sheet.
This is a problem because I'm 7 points behind top. So I can't be saying Tottenham 3-1 or Tottenham, 2-1. I feel like I have to say City 3-1 now, but I'm still going to be confident. I think we're going to win. I think we're going to win.
Scoreline?
14-13.
2-1. 2-1 Spurs, and Richarlison and Kane are going to score.
Yeah, do you know what? I was going to say Richarlison, but
I don't know, man. Sid, 2-2 sounds like a very good scoreline.
Because I don't know if you heard it, but I said to Sam, if you look at the previous 5 games, it's all been wins. We've not there's no draw in there. So we're due a draw against Man City.
And everybody is saying like, 2 unbeaten teams, one's going to lose their unbeaten streak. Not really, because you can draw. So
exactly,
there might still be 2 unbeaten teams after this weekend.
That's it.
Oh, I don't know now, Sid. You've rattled me, mate. You've rattled me.
I'm rattled because I don't want to get lit. I'm trying to go tactical, but I think
this is what I'm saying
for myself. But I'm just thinking of goal scorers now, and is it going to be a high scoring game? Sean, by the way, if you're watching, send in your score lines on WhatsApp. Deji, if you're watching as well, do the same. Because nobody else is going to be able to catch up now. They're way too late in the game. I'm going 3-3. I'm going to go for a mad one. A 3-3. I'm going to go Richarlison in there with a goal. I'm going to go Kane in there with a goal. And I'm going to go Kulusevski. You see that? I'm going to go all out front line there.
So you got who? So you got Kane,
Kane, Kulishevsky, and Richarlison as goal scorers.
Oh, KKR.
3-3. 3-3. Yeah. I think there's going to be a draw in it. I can see a draw.
Yeah.
Personally.
How many's Haaland scoring? That's the question.
Is that the question? Do you know what?
Oh, couldn't have been better timing.
Go on then. You know what first then?
Do you know what? I'm going to be nice. I'm going to allow him one. I'm just going to allow him one. I personally don't think he's going to score, but I'm going to allow him one.
Darius?
That is a recipe for disaster. Whatever Kevin just said there, Kevin, you're a great guy. We thank you so much because you're always with us, supporting us on
Kevin
this
on that early green. You on that
But
early
Kevin,
budge.
I'm sorry.
Wowzers.
I love you, Kevin. Thank you so much for being here. But don't ever say that again, bro.
Kev
Don't
got
ever
the
say
Stella
that
out
again.
early doors before Saturday, man. Kev, put that drink down.
Listen. How many minutes has he played with on his only scored, conceded one goal in the last 6 or 7 games? So
Let me tell you something.
No.
You remember
Do you remember
the famous moment at the Etihad with
what the grass
Sanchez?
licking?
Gundogan.
The turnaround. Poof,
I know.
that's the most famous meme of a footballer for that season. It was horrible to see that
And apparently he made Aswad made some serious money out of that, you know. They said, don't turn around. I don't want to see my heart breaking.
I think I said 2-1, so I can only say he's going to score one. But I will not be surprised if Sam's scoreline comes true and he scores all 3. That's all I'll say.
I just
Romero's gonna be licking his lips though. He loves these sort of battles. He can't. I bet he can't wait.
He does. And if we talk just quickly about tactics, having 3 at the back allows one player to mark and one player to be in the space, and the other central defender, depending on how many players they flood into the box, they're going to have to work out what they need to do. But it's important not just to mark the player, but to mark the space, because what Haaland does so well, he pulls players out and then goes into space. And once he gets
explosive.
his body into that position, you ain't getting past him. So it's really a case of, are you already in that position so he can't make the run into that particular space? But then you can't forget about the likes of Foden, Grealish, De Bruyne, Silva,
I love Alvarez. I think Alvarez is going to be a real talent.
Yeah,
there's a lot of players there that could damage. And the other thing is they now can put bloody crosses into the box, whereas we're good defensively from headers.
Yeah,
the fact that they got Haaland in there, they might get desperate at any point. They can just put crosses into the box, which City weren't really doing last season.
Well, Haaland booked himself into the hairdressers on Friday for a fresh trim anyway, because otherwise Romero's got him by the hair, so he's booked himself in.
Yeah,
I'm very scared, but you know what? We have to be confident, and like you said, 3 at the back is probably the best way to approach it.
Listen, my confidence is up now because of the mentality side of things. We know how we play against City. Our style is geared up towards City if they play in the City way, flooding forwards. What I think the biggest change is they're now putting their wide players in terms of the fullbacks more in field, which was Walker, but he looks a bit shaky these days. He can't pass that great.
He's declining now, isn't he?
I'm not really feeling him in that midfield area. He's not a distributor of the ball, so I'm not quite sure it works, but he might not even play. So the City lineup and the Spurs lineup are going to be very, very important because that will tell a lot about how this game's going to go. Final thoughts then, Sid, final thoughts for the weekend.
Final thoughts, right? I think we missed out on one player. We mentioned every single player on the City side, but we forgot one player. Now you just come to my mind, Cancelo. He's another one that
in my fantasy team, man, definitely.
Yeah, you know what I mean. But final thoughts. Do you know what? Just wished or hope the game goes ahead on Saturday, especially with what's going on at the moment with the Queen. But I'm not afraid. I'm not afraid at all. We're gonna go there. You know, we're gonna go there. We're gonna give them a game. If anything, they'll be the ones that are probably be saying, you know what, this is our bogey team, man. We need to get one over these lot. So we're gonna be. It's like school, guys. You're gonna have to be on your best behavior today. Yeah.
I'm not even gonna get to see the game live. That's the worst. I'm gonna be on my phone looking.
Listen, final words, George Michael. You gotta have some faith.
Listen. The results, as we've said, have been good. Look at the head-to-head. Let me just show these viewers one more time the head-to-head, because this is what I'm saying. It's decent against them. Like, it's decent.
Of course.
27 wins. You know, winning. And in recent times, we've won against them lot. Darius, final thoughts then?
I'm just gonna say this because I think Sid said a lot of good things. Right? He kind of took a bit of my thunder talking about, you know, the head-to-head and everything. So I'm just gonna add on to what Sid says by saying last season, City lost 3 games, and 66% of those games were us. So if any team's got a bogey team, 4 wins out 5. They've never won at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, and we beat them last time at the Etihad. We are a definition of a bogey team for City. So I am confident. But I can also be scared. That's all I'm going to say.
Well, it's an exciting game to watch because if, as we both also suspect, City are not going to change the way they play, and I don't think Conte is going to change the way he plays. It's the best which system works out, which tactics in game, you know, from the start of the game, who makes the substitutions at the right time, who scores that first goal, who's really wants it. Are we going to be settling for a draw if we get to a point where it's like, hold on a minute, let's go for this draw? Or will we try and go for it? I personally think if we get a draw out of this game, 3 draws from City, West Ham and Chelsea, that's a good bloody start to the season. Continuing our home form. So that's what I'm going off. But if we nick it, all good. All good. Anyway, that's it now. Thank you for watching. Make sure you like the stream. Also, if you are new to the channel, subscribe to Paxton Road TV. We will be back on Saturday for the game. Darius and Sid in the house to do the show. If I can get to make a comment on the comments, I will do, but I'm going to have to know what's going on. So that's all I'm doing. You know what I mean? You know what we got to do. If we can nick something off City, take a point, I'll have that all day long. Who are them not playing on Saturday, by the way? Arsenal.
Everton at home.
Is it on Saturday or Sunday?
Sunday, I think.
Sunday, yeah. I think Everton.
Everton at home, but they're playing tonight, so they haven't really started off with the strongest team. I think they're on right now, actually, to be fair with you. So
yeah.
They got a few players rested, but we can't be worrying about them, man. They have not even played. They played one serious team, and they got beat. So let's not even bother about them. We've played Chelsea. We've got our hardest fixture of the season out the way. I really do believe that Chelsea away is our hardest fixture of the season. More than, you know, Etihad, more than Emirates. That away fixture.
More than Anfield as well.
We didn't even score. And Anfield as well. We've got Anfield as well, but we drew at Anfield last season, didn't we? So I think we didn't take points at Stamford Bridge. I think this is our hardest fixture. But you know what? Save that for another day. Let's go watch Arsenal lose. Let's go watch Tottenham win on the weekend.
And if you're a Man City fan, all you got to do is sit and pray, hoping that Tottenham don't come and take all 3 points.
Let's see. Got a couple of comments in here. So David Clark is saying it's going to be 2-2. Is it 2-2? Kane's 1, Perisic 1 there. We're going to get a proper beating this weekend, Terry. Terry, come on,
Terry.
It's not like you, Terry. Kevin is saying 1-0 to Spurs. Make sure if everybody's watching this or catch up, put your scores in the comment section as well. We'll see you and join in just for fun. You can't join our little group because you're not in it. So therefore, just put your comments in there in the comment section with your score lines in there. So I need at least 3 points this weekend to get back to that top because I was top last week and the bastards have done me. So that is it. Show's over. I've got to go now.
Fill the table, yeah.
Try and hustle the table now because that's not good. Get this last comment off here. Right, Darius, Sid, thank you very much. Look forward to the show at the weekend. Thank you all for watching. That is it. We are out. Let's go and watch them lot. Let's see how they do with 2 games in a week. Let's see how they do now. You know what I mean? Crowing about top of the bloody league. I'll see what you're going to be doing after a bloody month later. Anyway, that's it. Over with. Rant over. Bye.